What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about Canada's mystery hole, Oak Island Money Pit. I've never heard of this. I don't know what this means. I can only really go off of what the title here is, which seems to imply that there's some kind of secret money pit buried somewhere in Canada. I don't know what we're talking about, and that's kind of why I'm fascinated to hear this little story. This kind of popped up like the Google gods recommended into my feed. This story of the Oak Island Money Pit, and I happily obliged. And it's like, I want to know about this money pit. Like, can I go visit this money hole and jump in and like become one with the money? Or maybe I should learn about what I'm getting into before I go jump in a giant hole. That's probably a good idea. So anyway, let's check it out.
Canada has a lot of things that puzzle us. RCMP, why do they look like that? Milk in bags.
The milk in bags, I absolutely agree with. Why is the milk in bags? What's the point? Someone explain this to me. Makes me angry. No. Honestly, it's probably... Maybe Americans are wasting a lot of plastic. I mean, I'm positive we are. Okay. But bags are made out of plastic. I'm back to not knowing anymore.
Do people still do this? The French. But the most puzzling thing of all has to be on Oak Island, Nova Scotia. And that would be...
Oak Island. Where is Oak Island, honestly? Oak Island. Oh, Oak Island. Nova Scotia, Canada. Nova Scotia. Oh. Oh, wait. Zoom out. Whoa. We were really... Huh. Wow, I never really thought about Nova Scotia before. Huh. It's over here on the east, like southeast. Wow. That's actually fascinating.
Oak Island, Nova Scotia. And that would be this hole right here.
What is it?
This is the Oak Island Money Pit, the site of a 200-year ongoing treasure hunt.
Wait, is there literally a giant hole on Oak Island, Nova Scotia, Canada? How did a hole get there? Why would there be treasure in it? And why don't people just run there and get the treasure? Maybe they do. Maybe that's what this is about.
What's in it?
Well, I don't really know, but that's why I said ongoing. But the theories surrounding this pit are crazy enough that they could literally rewrite history as we know it.
Right, why? What kind of treasure are we talking about, for one thing? And the big question is, how would a giant random hole be put on an island, for one thing? By who? Why? And why'd they bury all their treasure there? It's actually like one of the only instances of a real life treasure hunt that I'm aware of, actually, hearing about this.
Oh. How was it found? Glad you asked. The year is 1799, or
Okay, like 200 years ago?
somewhere around there, and a little lad named Daniel McGinnis is looking to make a farm on the island. But instead, he ends up finding depression. Oh, sorry, a depression. He finds a depression in the ground. He remembers hearing stories of the
So imagine being this random kid, just like trying to survive 200 years ago, running around, like getting ready to do work, and you just stumble upon a pit of treasure? It's kind of nice.
pirate Captain Kidd and his treasures being buried on the island. Now what sounds better, making a farm or pirate booty? Think about it.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, whoa! Well, when you make it into an image, when you put it like this kind of imagery, this does sound pretty, alluring.
It's the pirate booty, so he decides to row on home and then he returns with 3 friends. John Smith, Anthony Vaughn, and Mr. Spade.
Did he just find a hole in the ground? Or, did he know there was treasure there? And to travel all the way home, get some help, and then come back to dig more. What made him so sure this was even worth looking into?
After digging down
Was there, a giant golden sword, sticking halfway out of the ground, where it was, obvious?
just 2 feet, they find a layer of flagstones, but they press on. At the 10-foot mark, they found a layer of oak logs. Kinda weird, but think...
Wait, yeah, he only found it as, a small depression in the ground. and then was like, hey, this feels to me like a place where I can like dig 80 feet down and find treasure. Come on, guys, let's go take a look. And everyone was like, okay, that sounds good. I guess you didn't have quite as much to do 200 years ago, so it's kind of like, why not?
Thinking that they're getting close, they press on. 20 feet down, another layer of oak logs, but guess what they do?
They press on?
So once you're digging in this hole and you start to find like clearly man-made barriers that have been set up, then I can see why your interest is piqued. You're like, okay, what are we trying to protect down here that's so valuable that we're like burying it this far with this many barriers?
No, they give up.
Sheesh.
They gave up at that after finding another barrier. It's like, why? That's when everyone would be like, oh, there's something here.
But then other groups kept digging and found all sorts of weird stuff. Charcoal, putty, beach stones, even coconut fiber, and the nearest coconut trees are very far away, until
Wow.
eventually they pulled out a stone tablet with these weird symbols on it.
What? I mean, were they able to determine where culturally, geographically, these symbols are from? This is like the most legit treasure mystery I've ever heard of. I've never heard of this story either. Just on like this island in Canada, Nova Scotia. Oak Island, I should say. I've never heard of this. It's actually fascinating.
But oops, it was a trap, and the hole ended up filling with water. They tried pumping the water, drilling into the hole, digging new holes, dynamite, sacrifice.
Wait, did the creators of the mystery hole design it to flood on purpose? And if so, did the people who put the hole there ever intend to be able to retrieve whatever is under it? Because it seems like it was kind of built for no one to be able to get to it, unless it's like, okay, only the guy who's willing to go through hell and dig and swim it was worthy of this treasure. Is it like that kind of thing?
People wasted countless hours, went entirely bankrupt, and 6 people lost their lives. There's even
Wow.
a rumor saying a 7th person must die before the treasure is found.
Okay, so this makes sense to me, that people are interested. It's not that people don't care. They care a lot. It's just that this hole, this whatever is here, treasure maybe, is extraordinarily difficult to get at.
Isn't that a bit weird, don't you think? Who would make that up? Anyways, here's some other stuff they found. The stone tablet gets translated. They think it says 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried.
What? Wait. Why would it... So if we're talking about pounds, then it's like a British Empire, United Kingdom thing that could span hundreds of years in the past. Why would they bury millions of pounds here? 40 feet below. So were people really not able to just get 40 feet deeper? It doesn't seem like that much. Couldn't we like build another tunnel from the side and go in like sideways on it or something? Now this is gonna get me into one of those obsessed treasure hunters that unfortunately died trying to find this thing.
What the hell does that mean? There are flood tunnels running from Smith's Cove to the hole. That's why it floods. Drilling found evidence of chests,
Oh.
gold chains, and parchment. Rocks organized.
Wow. So it's kind of designed to flood, and they know for a fact that there's treasure and gold and paper. This is extremely elaborate. You really don't see stuff like this in real life. This is like from the movies.
Drilling found evidence of chests, gold chains, and parchment. Rocks organized into a triangle that just point at the hole. Hatch
What?
on the other side of the island that goes nowhere. 4
What?
weird cone.
Now it's like a whole conspiracy is brewing. All this stuff, like around the hole, people put serious effort into this.
Shaped rocks that connect to make a big cross. Then there's another rock where they intersect and it has a face.
What?
Hello there.
What?
I don't-
What? I can see why there are conspiracies and stories about this. This is like, adds up to be the perfect little treasure story.
like it. Now this all leaves you with about 500 questions of what the hell's going on, and I'm barely
Yes.
scratching the surface. My
Yeah.
head hurts. It is splitting. I am dead. I am alive. Who's behind this hole? Theory number 1. Big booty bad boys. It was the golden age of piracy around 1650 to 1720, so it could have actually been the rumored treasure of Captain Kidd, a privateer who was supposed to take out pirates who became a pirate himself. And
Captain Kidd. So, I mean, would pirates, I know in stories, pirates bury their treasure and, pirate treasure and all that, but does that happen in real life? Would a pirate really go through all this effort to bury his treasure here? Wouldn't they want to just spend their treasure? I never really understood that.
And then when he got captured, he was like,
No, please, I buried my treasure on an island east of New York. I tell you where it is.
but then he got hung. Twice. Or maybe it was Edward Blackbeard Thatch, the pirate known for setting his beard on fire before battles. That's crazy. He
What?
apparently famously boasted that he buried his treasure where only he and Satan himself can find it.
I mean, I guess these theories aren't that crazy. If the pirates themselves were saying they bury their treasure, but why did he make it so darn hard to get to? How did he plan to get to it, is my question.
But why would pirates ever bury their treasure? They're
Yeah.
thieves, not capitalists.
Yeah.
They steal, they spend, they wear eye patch. A life
Exactly. Yes.
too simple for designing a crazy booby-trapped hole. The only thing they dig is a swashbuckling good time. Fuck. Theory number 2, the Holy Hole Guys. The Knights Templar was a group of holy boys said to have been protecting the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, and a really cool rock that Jesus liked.
Okay.
That's a pretty good rock. Some people think that they came over to Oak Island in the 1300s to hide all these artifacts.
Wow, imagine. I mean, that's enough to motivate a lot of people, I bet. Just the idea that all these historical, Ark of the Covenant stuff, are you kidding me? That'd be insane, So I can see why people are motivated to look into this. Just the thought, the chance that these Knights Templar buried, historical religious artifacts in this hole. It's just right here. It's right there. It's right there for the taking. Just gotta get to it. Is exciting, honestly,
Facts, and there's actually a decent amount of evidence to back this. They found a lead cross, a Templar coin, and a crossbow bolt that they thought to have been used by the Templars.
Okay.
Here's an old Masonic Templar map. Here's Oak Island. Here's
Yeah.
a Templar cipher. Here's
Oh no, this is gonna turn me into a conspiracy treasure hunter. No, it's
the
working.
stone tablet. The resemblance is uncanny. And there's also Nolan's cross, which looks like a cross. They love crosses.
Okay. I mean, this is the kind of stuff where I'm like, did they just find some random rocks, and if you found enough rocks, you would make a cross shape, are we just looking for things here that we want to see, or does it really exist? Or sounds like some of this stuff is reasonable, and other is like, no, maybe those are just random rocks.
This is a very summarized version of this theory. Theory number 3, the Ya'o hole. Some people
Okay.
think it's just a sinkhole that's captured artifacts throughout the years. But I
What? Come on. That's boring. Boo. I don't want it to be that one. How would valuable stuff randomly just fall into this sinkhole? Imagine that's actually the truth, and I'm one of the naysayers. That's like, no, can't possibly be that. And that's the truth. That's how it would be, wouldn't it?
highly doubt this because so much evidence points towards purposeful human activity.
Yeah.
Even if it is true, I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. It's way
Yeah.
too boring.
He's exactly my feelings.
Oh no. Today was a bad day to have all that gold on me. I'm gonna be treasure! Ow. But that's all I really have to say about the hole. There's so many more clues and theories that I didn't even get to touch on, but I recommend you
Wow.
look some of them up. It's pretty cool. I just hope that we find the treasure soon. Thanks for watching. Whoa. I found the Jesus rock. How do I get out of here?
I like that a lot. Mostly because of Ginger Pale. I liked that video. I loved that animation and that style. Oak Island, man. Oak Island. money pit. What is it? I mean, there's a Wikipedia on it, for crying out loud. Buried treasure, unexplained objects found near Oak Island. Theories about it. This is fascinating, man. I never knew. And it seems like there's actually water in the pit, stone with markings. Oh, lots of theories about why this could be here. I've never heard of this. And it kind of piqued my interest that the narrator was saying he was only scratching the surface on the information available on this Oak Island money pit mystery. I'm a sucker for a good mystery, a good treasure hunt. And this is like the best example of a real life treasure mystery I've ever heard. Right here, right in Canada, on an island. Who knew? Definitely not me. And of course, the presentation of this mystery was very entertaining, which helped. But it seems like a lot of people really care about this, and for good reason. It's seems like one of the only like realistic treasure hunts going on in the modern day. So I'm actually really glad I learned about this. That was fascinating. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canadian stories, Canadian culture, random stuff I've never seen before in Canada, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.